Hello students. Yesterday we have discussed the important topics and numerical problems regarding to chapter gravitation. So today let's start revisions on work, power and energy chapter, and there we will discuss some of the important questions, derivation, concepts and numericals here. So first of all, in case of work, power, energy, as you know that what is work. So in daily life, whatever we are doing means if we are just doing any kind of things, and after that if we are feeling any loss in energy, then that time we say that yes, we are doing work. But in case of scientific approach, work is done only when we are just transferring energy somewhere. It means that there will be some displacement, and that time we can say that we are doing some of the work here. So simple, the definition of work in scientific way is that whenever the body is displaced by some of the force to somewhere, then that time it is called that that force has done some of the work on that body. So if we have to represent it mathematically, then work, that is basically dot product of force and displacement. So this is the force that is applying on any body, and there is suppose that some S displacement that is caused in that body. So first of all, for discussion, as here we are taking this work, this force as a constant force or uniform force. So that we will discuss what will be the work done due to variable force also. This will just, then this will be in magnitude form. This is Fs cos theta. We have where theta is the angle between the displacement vector or position vector and force vector. So suppose that if force is acting on any body and displacement is also, suppose we are just carrying something on our head, and that time obviously the displacement direction or position direction is in this direction and force is acting in this direction. So it means that that time the angle that is formed between these two vectors, that is 90 degree, and we will see here, then scientifically the work we have done, that is equal to 0. So such kinds of work is known as zero work done. So basically we have three types of work done, that is depending on the condition, means the angle between these two vectors, or also you can say that the direction of force or direction of displacement, that is according to that we can categorize the work in positive, negative and zero work done. So in case of positive work done, when suppose we are applying force on any body like in this, and this body is displacing in the same direction, then that time the work done, that is known as positive, because that time theta, if you can see that both are moving in the same direction, then means on the application of some kinds of uniform force, body is displacing in the same direction, the angle between them, that is equal to 0 here. So here work done, that you can see this is Fs, this is maximum value, or this is positive value. So such kinds of work is positive work done. Suppose we are just pushing some of the body, and that time we are just applying force in this direction, and body is just going in also on that direction, or we are pulling something. So in all these things we are just doing positive work there. Second case, that if force is, suppose we are applying force in this direction and displacement is in opposite direction, or some of the body that is moving in this direction and we are just trying to pull it in the opposite direction. So that time we are applying force in opposite direction to the displacement of the body. It means that the angle between these two quantities, that is equal to 180 degree there. So that quantity work done, that will be negative there. Means here work force that we are applying, that is resisting the displacement of the body. Like if some of the things, suppose we have a plane surface, and on this body of mass m, that is capped here, and we are just applying some of the force to pull this body in this direction. So due to application of this force, body will be displaced in this direction. Suppose this is made as displacement here. So as the direction of displacement and direction of force both are in same direction, so here the work done, that will be positive. But as you know, the surface is the property of friction also, and that frictional force opposes any kinds of motion in that body. So the frictional force, the direction of frictional force is in this direction. So this frictional force opposes the displacement of the body. So here we are seeing the direction between displacement and friction, that is just in opposite direction, means they are making 180-degree angle. So here you can see that the work done that is by this force, that is negative, means it is not supporting the displacement or movement in body, but it just want to retard it. So in our daily life, whenever we have to retard some of the motion, then that time we have to apply negative work done there. If we want to move some of the body, we want to do some of the stiff work, then that time simple, if we are just applying force on the body, then displacement in the body with that will be in the same direction. So this is the simple classification about the work. Next thing is that suppose we have any variable force, means the value of force that we are using with time, it is changing. So like if we are just pushing any body with some constant force, after some time we just applied more force on it, so that time that value of force that is changing. So such types of forces, whenever they are acting on the body, then work done can be calculated by the summation. You can just first of all resolve all the forces, means till which value it is constant, and after that you can take summation of all these. Or in simple word, just suppose that in small displacement ds, some constant force F that is applying on the system. So we have these types of displacement in any system. Then in this displacement, if you will see this small strip here. So this is small strip, as we are seeing here, force you can take, suppose on this axis we have taken force, on this we have taken just displacement. So for this displacement ds, suppose we are taking, then for this displacement this force is nearly constant. So it means that for this small displacement ds, that force is uniform force. So what will be the work done in this moving this displacement ds? So that will be equal to some dw, that is equal to fts. Now we have a variable force, means the value of force and displacement both are changing. Then that time we have to find out what will be the total work done in moving the body from this point to this point. Then in that case we can simply calculate work by integrating this term here. So by integration method we can just calculate this, or by graphical method we can also calculate. So graphical method we can use only when we have certain shapes, because with the help of graphical method, work done is the area covered under the curve. So if you will find only area covered under the curve of force displacement, then that time that represent work here. So like we have some types of graphs. In this way we have graph, and we have to find out what will be the work done here. So in this case, if suppose body just want make displacement from this point to this point, and after that is force is changing. So in this case, if this side is F, this side is S we have. So just we can divide this whole of the figure into two parts, or simply, as you are seeing, this is triangular shape, and this is the total area covered with by this curve. So this, if you will find out simple area of this triangle, then that will give you the value of the work done. So sometimes graphical problems are always in your questions, so you can find out work done there by using simple area or by calculating area under Fs curve. And some if you have such types of problems like force is varying with time, and the curve doesn't have some definite shape, then that time we can take integration method if we can calculate simple, or we can just put the value of force in terms of time there. So next topic, that is here after work, that is important, the conservative and non-conservative forces. So like we have about zero work done case, positive work done, negative work done. So basically in case of zero work done, it means that if body two types of cases can be there, means if there is no application of force, or secondary thing is that if there is no displacement. So in both of the cases the work done that will be all there zero. And third case, if angle between those that is equal to 90 degree. So three cases are there for the zero work done. So next thing is that what is conservative force and what is non-conservative force. So whenever the value of force or the force that is acting on any body, that is dependent on only initial and final position of the body, means suppose if some of the body of mass m, it has to go from the place A to B, then it will adopt a number of paths to go from there to here, or to make the displacement from here. So suppose if it has to go from A to B, then that time this path, direct path, can it can just adopt, or also such types of path it can be obtained. Means suppose that if you have to go from one place to another place, then you can go directly there. You can take sides road to go there. You can even you can go first of all to do some of your work, after that you can go there. So number of possible ways are there to make the path, or to take path. You are free to take that path for the simple to reach this destination. So in that case the body will just cover different paths. So whenever, obviously in this case, if there is some displacement is produced here, some of the force that you will use to go there, either you are going with some of the vehicles, or means in means through which you are going, it means that you are applying some of the force on it for this displacement, or for the to just cover this path there. So in that case, if the force that will depend on the path taken by the body, then that types of forces will known as non-conservative forces. But when the force value of force that will be only dependent on the this initial and final point, means the shortest path between them, then that time this types of force is known as conservative force. When the value of force is not dependent on the way that in which you are going, it is only dependent on the conditions of initial point and final point. You can understand this kind of thing just like if you have to measure the temperature of two places, then directly suppose that we have to measure the temperature difference between India and Japan, just to think that, then in that case we are just taking temperature of the place in India, and that time we are taking temperature of the place in Japan, and we just simply take the difference between them. That will provide us the temperature difference, or means degree of hotness or coldness in according to our own atmosphere. So in that way the quantity temperature that was independent of the things or intervening countries, intervening things, but it is only depending on the initial point and final point. So if this condition is we are getting in the case of forces, then that kind of forces are known as conservative force. Like for example, we have studied gravitational force. So you know that gravitational force are acting between two masses that are just separated by some of the distance. So in that case, in between two masses, whatever is the intervening medium, whatever kind of these forces are acting, even mutual gravitational forces are all also acting. Suppose that we have 3-4 particles here, and we are just seeing the gravitational force between these two masses. So in between these two masses there are number of masses also, and there is gravitational force between these masses. But still if we have to only find out the gravitational force, then these mutual gravitational means there is no mutual interaction between the gravitational forces. Only the mass of the first particle, mass of the second particle, that only 2 points are responsible for the gravitational force and distance between them. So simple, here gravitational force is dependent on only these 2 points, means this is point dependent, you can say that, or also this is depending on this initial and final position. So in this case gravitational force is conservative force, means it is not depending on the condition through which we are just measuring the gravitational force. It is directly dependent on the first and second point, not on the intervening medium. In the same way, if we are calculating Coulomb force of attraction or repulsion, in that case also Coulomb force just dependent on the charges. If they two of the charges are placed at some of the distance, then that time if they are like charges they will repel each other, they are unlike charges, that time they will attract each other. So whatever the force of attraction or repulsion, we have seen only that force is depending on the charges of that forces, but it is independent on any intervening medium that is present between that two charges. So such kinds of force is also conservative force. Now non-conservative force, about which if we are talking, then suppose if we are talking about the frictional force, then if we have to just go from A to B point, then that time we can adopt number of paths. So suppose that if we are going through this path A, then this path means if we are just taking this path, then that time the road at this that are very fine, that are very smooth. But if we are just taking this side road, then that time suppose that the path that is sandy type path there, and if this path we are taking that is also very rough path, then in that case in first one of the case the friction that will be less here in comparison to these two paths here. So it means that the force that is acting here, that will have different value than the force acting in these cases. So in both of the cases the work done there that will be different, means in this condition as frictional force is less than this case B, so it means that the work done work is done by the force, frictional force here, that will be less than the work done by the frictional force in the case B. So here the force is dependent on the path that we have taken to make the displacement. So it means that frictional force is non-conservative force. So such kinds of forces that are dependent on the path, that is known as non-conservative forces, and the forces that are dependent on the only initial and final position or only 2 points about which we are talking, then that types of forces are called conservative force. So in case of conservative force, if there is any closed path, means if we will go from A to B and again if we will return from B to A, then that time the value of work done that will be equal to 0. So for the conservative forces only, over a closed path work done is 0. But if we are talking about non-conservative forces, suppose that if we just from A to B and we have calculated what is the work done during due to this frictional force, and again we are just turning from here to here, then that time we have seen that the forces now or the value of work done is different. So in that case the total work done that is not equal to 0 due to frictional force there. So such kinds of forces in which we are getting some of the values of work done over the closed cycle, then that time it is known as non-conservative force. So whenever we are talking about that over a closed cycle work done is 0, it means that simply we have taken the force that is acting there, that is not variable force, that is constant force. So that time if uniform force, and secondary thing if force is conservative, then that if under the conservative force any body is moving on closed path, or then that time it will just the work done will be 0 there. So this case we have used while understanding the concept of motion of planets or satellites. There the gravitational force is acting as the centripetal force, then that time you obviously you know that gravitational force is conservative force. Then under that conservative force, whenever body is revolving round any star or any satellite that is revolving around any planet, so it is just moving and again it is coming out this initial position, because its motion is periodic, you know that. So in case of periodic motion of satellites or planets or stars about galactic point, so that are always conservative, and also the work done there is zero. So especially the theory helps us to understand while means why satellites or planets don't need any extra energy to do the circular path or to do the motion on any circular path or elliptical path. So this is the reason, because under the action of any conservative force, if body is doing motion on any closed curve, then that time its work done is zero. Obviously it don't have to do any work. So this concept we are using also whenever we launch any satellite and kinds of thing. So next concept is here, that is the concept of power. So power is rate of doing work, that is known as power. Means within time how much work we can do, that is known as the power of the particular body or machine what which you want to calculate it. So simple power is defined by rate of doing work. So the unit of power that is known by you. So here next topic that is important here that we will discuss, that is energy. So first of all here we will talk about mechanical energy, but still we'll just tell you how many types of energies we can means body can have. So simple energy is what? Energy is the ability or capacity to do some work. So it is simple. If anybody that is possessing some of the energy, it means that it has ability to do some work. In normal word you can say and see in this way, or simple another way it means that if somewhere some of the work is done by the body, then definitely that work will be stored or will be changed in any kinds of energy. And first definition of work I have just told you, and work is the way to transfer the energy. So here it means if we are doing work, means we are just transferring some of the energy in another form. Like if some of the body is at rest and now we started to move that body, it means that when the body is at rest, that it has position, it has configuration, and due to that it is possessing some kinds of energy to be in a stable condition, and just we started to move it by the application of some external force, then it means that body is now going to acquire some of the velocity. So whenever body comes into the motion, it means its potential energy that is changing in another kind of energy. We are doing work while displacing it. Still I have just told you what is the definition of work. You know that whenever any force is acting on some of the body and some of the displacement is made in that system, that it means that we are doing some work on that. But in this case we are just doing means we are just transferring energy in another form. It has the potential energy and we are just converting it into the kinetic energy. So simple if whenever we are doing some of the work, it means that we are just going to transfer energy in another form. So here basically mechanical energy, if that we will talk, then mechanical energy is of two kinds. We have first of all potential energy and second kinetic energy. But still except than mechanical energy, a number of types energies we have, like heat energy, sound energy, number of energies we have. But in this chapter, in case of energy, we have just studied about the mechanical energy, conservation of mechanical energy, and how many types of mechanical energies we have. So basically if in general we will talk, then mechanical energies are of two types. One is kinetic energies, and it means that it is the sum of actually kinetic energy and potential energy. And whenever body is at rest or body is just acquiring some of the position in motion also, if it has some of the configuration and position, then that time that body will possess some of the potential energy. And whenever it will be in motion, then due to motion the energy that it is possessing, then that is known as kinetic energy. So how can we just derive an expression for the kinetic energy, that is obtained here. So we can derive the expression by two methods, by integration method also, and by using the equation of motion we can derive it. So just let's use the equation of motion first. So suppose that we have some of the body of mass m that is at rest and starting here on this horizontal surface, and it means that its initial velocity that is equal to 0, its mass is m. Now we are just applying some of the force on it to make some displacement in this body. So suppose F force, uniform force, and about which I am talking here. So if F force we are applying here, then due to application of this force, obviously that body will make some of the displacement here. So force in this direction, this body starts to make displacement, and after some time t, the displacement produced in this body that is equal to, now suppose that some of the s displacement it has been produced here, and now as we are just changing its position, and now we are displacing it, it means that its position is, or its rest of condition, we are changing its state of actually rest into state of motion. So body will come into the motion, then obviously it will have some of the velocity. Suppose it has velocity v at any time t here, and it has just hit some of the or it covered some of the distance s. Now we can use equation of motion. So according to third equation of motion, we have v square minus u square is equal to 2as, where a is the acceleration produced in the body. So here force we can take variable or whatever. So whenever suppose that the velocity of body is continually, we are seeing that it is changing with time, then obviously the body will be accelerated here. So some of the acceleration body will possess. So let's calculate what will be the acceleration. So as the value of u is 0 here, the body has the velocity v at any time t, and it at that time t, it has just covered as distance under the application of this force. And finally we can calculate, this will be v square is equal to 2as, or acceleration that is produced in the body that is equal to v square upon 2s. Now we know that according to Newton's second law of motion, as it gives the definition of work, that definition of force. So this force can be represented in terms of mass and acceleration produced in body whenever it is applied to change its state of rest into state of motion. So F that is equal to m into a. The reverse statement can also be possible here, but still we have taken the case of whenever we are changing state of rest into state of motion here. So the value of a here that is given, that is v square upon 2s. So this is the value of force that is applied to change its state, and now we can calculate what will be the work done by the this force to move this body to s distance here. So as we know that the work done in the system, that is F into s here. So as here the direction of displacement and direction of force both are in the same direction, then the angle between these two, that will be 0. So value of cos theta that is equal to 1. So we can take directly F as here. So we will just put the value of F here, that is mv square upon 2s, value of s here, then we will get the expression that is half mv square. And this work done, as I just told you, energy is the ability of doing work, means if we are doing work here, then that is known as the energy, and whenever the body is in motion, that energy is known as kinetic energy. So obviously this work is equal to kinetic energy. So simple, whenever body is in motion of with some of the velocity, then that time it has this kinetic energy. And also suppose if body has some of the initial and velocity also, then that time the change in kinetic energy we can calculate by just subtracting the kinetic energy of this body in starting, that will be half mu square from this value. Now let's see the secondary method that we can use here. So in case of second one, as suppose that if we are applying some of the force S on any body of mass m, and there is ds displacement that is produced in that body, so then work done that can be written as dw is f ds, or if we are taking the direction of displacement and force that is in the same direction, then that can we can write it just f ds here. So now from the help of Newton's first law, so we can write F is equal to ma, or in place of a we can write dv upon dt here. Now let's put the value here. So dq that is written as small work done in the displacement, the small displacement, that is written as m dv by dt into ds. We can also write it m ds dt to dv. And also you know that rate of change of displacement that is equal to velocity here. We can write finally what is the small work done, mv dv. Now to calculate the work done here to displace the body from 0 to s distance, then we can just integrate this whole value, and suppose that in just changing that distance there, then the work is in starting because it was at rest, then the work done there is 0, and now the in changing the distance from 0 to s, then that work done is w here. So we can just integrate this value. So here this will be equal to 0 to s, or if we are just integrating it in terms of v, then suppose that the initial velocity of the body is 0, and in making that or just in covering that distance ds, its velocity becomes sum of the value v. So it means that its value will be 0 to v. Here mv dv we have. So obviously if you will integrate this value, then this will be equal to w, and if we will integrate, then this is equal to v square by 2, and here 0 to v. And now just put its value here, then finally we will get half mv square. So this is the work done here, making the displacement s, or simple in this is work done to change the state of rest into state of motion. It means that it is the kinetic energy. So in both of the way you can just do the derivations of the kinetic energy here. So today number of topics from this chapter we have just discussed. So in next class we will discuss about potential energy and how many types of potential energy we have, and also conservation of mechanical energy, and after that the topic collision we will discuss there, and after that some of the conceptual and numerical problems we will discuss. So for today let's end the class here. Rest of the things we will discuss in next class. So thank you.